That's the song that's on Spotify, so I'll just play it as the intro while we'll wait for people to trickle in and also remind myself of all the numbers.
I'm gonna move over to stream channel then.
Alright. I can't believe they put Princess Connect characters in GBF again, DJ, but they're secretly, they're actually horses. Although it's not quite the same, because
They're not the same.
this one actually just goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, as opposed to going like 1, 2, 1, 1, attack 2.
I love my sequences of Princess Connect.
I hate those sequences because I can just never remember any of them, and like it's actually really important if you want to get down into the weeds on when you can interrupt the sequence to restart. And I'm just like, I can't remember enough of these. There's too many characters to remember that.
Just hit the auto button.
That's what I do. Except then sometimes I have to mash on Carl's face as fast as possible.
And that's too much effort. Just hit auto button.
All right. Shall we begin?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Should be a
begin.
short episode.
Yeah, actually, it should be a short episode. That's not something I say that often and mean. All right. So welcome to Granblue Radio number 265. I think I ended up calling this one Wild Horses because that's the name of a Cowboy Bebop episode, which was also the name of a, I think, Rolling Stones album. I forget the reason it was called Wild Horses. I think it was the Rolling Stones. It was. So anyway, um, it is Umamusume week. We were talking about this for a while. Uh, and so we're going to try and rattle this episode out as quickly as possible because, well, I missed yesterday's episode due to babysitting duties. All right. Anyway, this is Vibrating Sheep. With me on the Discord call is...
It's always DJ.
All right. So... Oops. I guess I was doing some sandbox when I wasn't paying attention. All right. After I'm being done being sucked into sandbox. All right, over to Umamusume.
It's a very fun event.
So some people complain that it's too much not Golden Week, Gold Ship, and not
Did
enough
they
Special Week or anything else. It's like,
Did they forget about the deal with Gold Ship and KMR?
I mean, the entire reason that this event exists is because Gold Ship beat KMR at Shadowverse.
Yeah, that's actually a thing that happens.
So anyway, yeah, Gold Ship shenanigans, Golcilius. I can't wait to actually fight Gold Ship. Sorry,
I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason why it was
Golcilius.
Edom.
Eat 'em, eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up.
Did you even see? Have you read the description for Edom?
Okay, let's go into the journal and read up on the description for Edom because now I'm curious.
All you really need is the first line.
All right, spear, earth. All right, Edom. Let's take a look. A lance produced as an imitation of a certain holy weapon.
Yeah.
None have ever seen the sacred form of the original. The ear-like ornaments were not originally part of the design, and they seem to have something to do with the circumstances in which Edom was granted sentience. I see.
Yeah. Weapon's not bad too for a beginner weapon.
Yeah, so let's dig into that. Okay, so I actually just leveled the Edom to level 100 as my last collab Skyscape mission, Skyscope. All right, so it's got Earth attack. That's normal. It has the what is it? Is it a Xeno Spear that has enmity to your entire team based on your MC? It's one of the
Uh,
Xenos.
Probably. Let me check.
So anyway, but it has that, and then since I haven't updated this thing to level 150 yet, let's go check on what it does at 150. So at 150, it doesn't just give your MC jammed; it gives your MC 30% DA and 20% TA. That's not awful. It's a spear though.
As a starting player.
Yeah, as a starting player, it's totally fine. It's super easy to get. You're guaranteed to get one from just playing through the event and eventually trading things in. So that's nice. All right, so that's one of them. What do you want to talk about next? The horses who are summons or the horses who are characters?
Let's go with summons first.
Summons first. All right, so Gold Ship and Major McQueen as an Earth summon, as an Earth tie-in summon. Let's see, is there a tie-in series? There is not. Oh well. Tie-in summons are a fun grouping. But anyway, so Goldship and Major McQueen have one of the better secret effects ever. But let's go one at a time. So when you call them, they boost your hype. So they're idols.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Boost to everybody's CA specs for one time. It's pretty nice.
50%, 20 damage up, 20% cap up. Always nice.
Yeah. Um, it gives you hit points, chain burst, and attack as a main. I was originally hoping that there would be 20% HP while sub, so that I could replace the tower with the
That's not
gold
gonna
ship.
happen. That was never gonna happen.
I'm sad. I'm
That
sad.
was never gonna happen. You had your hopes up for nothing.
It said 20% HP. I'm like, ooh,
It also said aura, as in usually main aura.
come on. I just don't like the tower. Okay, it's
Then
my
put
least
in
favorite of
put
that
in your
series.
sub slot.
It is in my sub slot, but I just don't like looking at it.
That's just rude to Lobelia.
Yeah, yeah, Rebellia can deal with it.
I think you need to get over your biases, Dom.
He's going through a lot all the time, and he's enjoying it, so he can deal with one more thing added to his constant parade of torments. Anyway, so the secret effect on them is that when used on the what is it, Sky Flyers, the Sky Striders. Anyway, the horses, they have 100%. They gain 100% meter. That's really good.
Yeah, pretty good.
There are a few others that do that, but yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, these are pretty good. This is actually really good stats for also beginner summon too
Hmm.
for aura. Remember when the old days when our best summon was an 80% wind attack up?
Oh, you mean Anat?
Yeah,
She's right there. She's still sitting here.
long time ago.
Yeah. All right. So last up, we have the characters. The characters are. Hold on, I have Valentine set on. Tie-in, Earth. Look at this, DJ. We have it. We have a second set of Earth tie-in characters at SSR.
Yeah, these ones are attackers, unlike the other one, which are pretty good defense.
What is it? This was the first year's. First year's. Okay, so it's like Yohane and I don't remember who else. Anyway, whatever.
Anamaru and Ruby.
Got it. All right. Special week Silent Suzuka and Tokai Teo. So I made the joke during the intro to this that they are secretly Princess Connect characters because they play themselves.
I mean, that's. Have you ever seen gameplay of Umamusume when it is off to the races?
They just go. You just watch them,
Yeah,
and the announcer just shouts things at you
and they do their abilities whenever they want.
whenever they can slash want. You're right. All right. So the important things to start with is the fact that they have 3 skills total, and none of them can be recast, and
And
they
they're
are
all linked,
linked.
so you
Which
can only cast one ever.
and if you full auto with them, they were only ever going to be on special week mode.
That's not a bad mode, to be honest. If you have the multi attack, that's not a bad mode at all.
It's not a bad mode, but if you want to do something else, you will want to actually press the other one. So, anyway, um, there are 2 ways to get them into a certain strategy. One is to actually press the button, and the other is when a main ally position at battle start decides what their initial strategy is, and the strategies are kicker, which is if they're in the second spot,
Nope.
flyer in the third spot,
Flyer is second spot. Kicker is fourth slot.
flyer and kicker are the fourth. It's
Yes,
fourth. It's out of
those
order.
positions are switched.
I see.
I found that out very easily of how I could test the third skill.
Got it. So Strider is the second spot, you said?
No, Flyer's second, Strider's third, and Kicker is
Strider
fourth.
third, kicker is fourth. Okay.
Because no one else can be in first slot but MC.
Right. So yeah, all right, all right, all right. And let's go through each of them in order then of let's say skill order. So kicker, they get tank and counter the time that you press it.
Goes up to 5 times at level 55.
And while they're in kicker, so the following things happen. So immediately they get that counter, and then passively, while in kicker, they get 20% attack, which is unique. That's pretty good, and then a 50% chance to do 50% more damage.
Which one are we looking at right now?
Kicker.
Oh yeah, that's it. The
Skill order.
That's the passive itself.
That's the passive on it. Then, so it's every 2 turns, right?
Every 2 turns.
So 2 turns after you hit that, then on kicker, they'll get 15% damage amp. That one lasts, 5 turns?
It lasts five turns after.
So it lasts 6 turns total, which means it'll last until they cast it again. Okay. That's 15% damage amp is pretty good, as you mentioned. Like, they have a bunch of really good things they do in this mode.
Yeah.
Then 2 turns later, on turn 4, it's
With Judgment appears, and you get 50% Chaser for 3 turns after it's casted.
so that's 4 turns of swinging. They're gonna CA at some point in this, unless you turn it off. So they're not gonna use all of these turns, but they never do. So it's still good. And then on turn 6,
Body and Soul, guaranteed triple attack and double strike for a turn.
that's a lot of swinging. That's a lot of swinging they do. So 6 turns later, they can double strike.
With 15 amp and 50% Chaser
Mhm.
on guaranteed triple.
That's pretty good. I mean, think about. Let's see. Fiorito can do it on turn 1, but she also punches herself in the face for 80% of her health. So, that's a favorable comparison, basically. Like, you can just do this on full auto and not worry about them killing themselves.
Yeah.
I can't remember who else double strikes in Earth. The Fiorito's the one who came up in my head.
The main thing about this is that it's really good if you actually have a way to build double or triple attack.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't and you're using let's say a Perseus harp,
Mm-hmm.
don't use the Perseus harp because you miss out on double attacks.
Mm-hmm. Well, they get guaranteed TA on their double strike turn. So.
Well, yeah, but what about the other 5 turns?
Yeah, you're right. The amplified and chaser turns, because those things can swing big.
Yeah, it has a really good chance of swinging big, but you need the multi attack in order to supplement it.
Mm-hmm.
Which
on the other 5 turns.
Yeah, but the nice thing is that what's it called? Atma weapons are kind of better now.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so next up we have flyer strategy. So while they're in flyer, the passive is that they get CA damage cap up and CA damage up, which it looks like it's 50 damage.
50% damage up and 30% cap up.
And the moment you hit the button, you get 100 meter.
After level 75.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Before
that
that's
is what,
80,
80?
but it might as well be the same thing.
Yeah. So that's one. Um, and so that's the immediate effect. That's the passive. And then the every 2 turns for flyer. So
All right,
there's
so first off is first to strike, which
Mhm.
you get immediately 50 meter.
Right.
2 turns afterwards, don't overthink. You get 15% uplift for the next 3 turns.
Okay.
And then breaking away, which you get 157 meter and CA reactivation. You want to explain the 157?
It is a famous time that the horse Silent Suzuka got in a. It was like a 1 minute 57-second lap. That is famous. That's the current. I believe it was the record at the time. I don't know if it's still the record.
And the character for the skill is Silent Suzuka, so
Hmm. But yeah, you get to see it reactivate, but it's on turn 6. However, they also have cap up and damage up, and they CA a whole lot on those turns. So on those turns leading up to it. So every 6 turns you get double CA. That's powerful.
yeah, it's pretty good. Especially when you're actually on the lower levels, it's really good for
Hmm.
as a starting out player. So one of the things I did actually, Dom, for
Hmm.
testing this stuff
Hmm.
was I took one of the example beginner grids that they give you in the guidebook
Hmm.
and compared their damage with like other characters you probably get at the very start, right?
Hmm.
They kept them with Octo
That's pretty
with
good.
the CA stuff,
Right.
and my Octo's only level 100.
Yeah. That's a pretty good comparison.
If when you have a better grid, Ada is
Right.
way better by Sky Shot. But when you're doing the sword grid, it's pretty sizable.
Hmm. Yeah, and then last up is Teo's strategy, which is Strider. So immediately upon pressing it, she gets dodge all, and the passive is always triple attack and 30% defense up.
They're gonna be lasting a while, especially since their CA allows them to get defense up as well.
Hmm. And then so on the second turn, you get dodge rate up. So that's I don't know how much dodge it is actually. Wait a second. It's a shield
No,
first.
you get
Done.
shield
I missed
first.
one. You get the shield
I'm like,
first.
wait a minute.
Might be. Might
This
be.
dodge only lasts 3 turns.
So you get shield on the second turn. On the fourth turn, you get dodge up, and on the sixth turn, they get mirror image. And so
Three
that
times.
yeah, so that one is less objectively powerful than the other two. There's no CA reactivate. There's no double strike. It's just it's not even like dodge all on the sixth turn. It's just mirror image. And you're like, oh, but if
I still prefer it sometimes if I don't have multi attack.
right, it's the strongest of the passives for sure. So those are the 3 different characters you can play, and I do think it's interesting that they were making a character like this where it's just like, yeah, they play themselves. Every 2 turns they do something. I really can see that they're going to bring back this design in the future and see where they can go with it.
Yeah, let's see next Princess Connect.
Exactly. Like Princess Connect characters also play themselves in a certain order. Um, so yeah, then the last thing is their CA, where the first time they CA, it's 15% attack up, 15% defense up. The second time it's 30-30, and then it stays there. And hey,
This can be knocked off of you with these spells.
hmm and hey, they dispel when they CA. Neat.
I thought they cleared.
Oh, it's remove a debuff. They
Yeah, it's remove a
clear
debuff.
themselves. Might be. I'm making all sorts of mistakes today.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah. All right. This is the thing here though. Like they may have a record for the number of inventory and home screen poses. There are so many poses that you can put them in. There's racing. There's just standing cute. There's standing. Yeah. Anyway, they They have a lot going on here. There was a lot of love put into these animations.
There's a so another thing. There's a second passive, and then it's really funny they have it, but they cannot be paralyzed or poisoned.
And it's people tracked it down. It's because there is a line in Umamusume that says horses are resistant to paralyzation and poison.
Wait, that's actually a thing. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It is in fact canonical lore.
Oh man, I love it when the stuff like this happens.
And hey, it's actually more relevant than the freaking Silva passive, which is she cannot miss due to dodge all or um,
See that's a passive that I fear if we ever have to fight Silva, but we never have to fight Silva.
and the other thing is that Silva never fights against wind bosses. So anyway,
Fire Silva, I see. There,
I
he joined
mean,
Kukuru.
Valentine Silva. We have Valentine's characters coming up.
True.
Well, anyway, that's it for this week. That's all we had for today. Um, because
Short
well,
episode.
it's a short episode. Next time, however, we will have Valentine's characters to talk about.
Oh
We'll have
man, they haven't really disappointed with the Valentine's characters kit, really.
mhm. And yeah, there's a second. Well, they have disappointed, but they went back and fixed them. Anyway, so that's it for this week. We'll see you next week. Valentine's Day stuff. We'll maybe even talk about our Valentine's order. Probably not, though.
We'll probably go see the chocolate horse again.
Oh, God. Let's not go see the chocolate horse again. No more. All right.
That would be fitting.
All right. Anyway.